Yeah, 3 games yesterday, and depending on your point of view, 3 upsets. I mean, I think that there were maybe 2 upsets yesterday, but I went 1 and 2 in pick'ems. So
you were 1 and 2?
Yep. You know what game I got right though? The most important game. The most important. I guess we both had a good Thanksgiving because you got to watch the Chiefs lose and potentially now be out of the postseason if they can shape up real quick. And the Green Bay Packers swept the team you were rooting for, the Detroit Lions. You have any regrets now, Perna?
Let me see here, Tom. I'm just going to remind you. Oh, wait, I picked the Packers to win. Oh, who was perfect yesterday?
Wow, look at that.
Oh, a rare moment of clarity for me.
Nicely done.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, I think the Packers, that was an easy call.
Let's call a timeout real quick. Let's call a timeout just like Matt LaFleur did late after that false start. Yeah, so Amazon has a new show called Good Sports.
These fucks. These fucks.
They're trying to take everything from you.
Yeah, the Packers, I like them in this game because I think your defense is better than Detroit's, and that proved to be true. The Lions lose Amon-Ra now, so that's a tough loss in this game. That guy Kennedy stepped up a few times. JMO, big game for the Lions.
Yep.
But
except that
Micah Parsons, huge impact for Green Bay. But the guy I was really impressed with was John Wicks himself, Dontavian.
Dude, all he did was make
big plays for you guys. Big plays.
Yep. Now he was.
And Love played his ass off. Jordan Love played very well.
And that was the thing too, because so the first year where we saw him play, his route running was like, oh my god, like he's really good. That was the first Toyota-thon Jordan Love showed up, and like they really went on that tear. They beat the Cowboys and then lost to the 49ers in the playoffs. And then last year he had a dropping problem, like he could not catch the football. And so then heading into this year, I was like, okay, like what are we gonna get? And Wicks, holy cow, man, no Matthew Golden yesterday. He stepped up big time because he had the touchdown early. Right. Then he had a second touchdown. And then he has the 4th down grab where he loses his shoe, but still goes up and makes the grab. And that was a really, really good catch. No, he was great. Jordan Love had 4 touchdowns yesterday. Parsons now back-to-back games with at least 2 sacks. He had 2 against 9 on Sunday, 2.5 yesterday. And now the Packers sweep the Lions for the first time since 2020. So that was nice. And then 2, they're 3-0 in the division. And considering they went 1-5 last season, a huge improvement from that. And now they got the Bears a week from Sunday, who are involved in their own really important playoff game, or playoff implications, I should say, game today with the Eagles, because we coming.
Yeah. Green Bay was great on 4th down. What, 3 of 3 in that game?
Yeah, they're 3 for 3. And the Lions now, they're 0 for 2. Or they went 0 for 2, on 4th down. They went 0 for 5 against the Eagles. I don't remember what they were on Sunday, but they have not been doing well on 4th down. And I think that is one of the reasons why, they have struggled as of late. But it's also because Jared Goff played a pretty damn good game. Like he did. I mean, he was getting hit, he was getting pressured, but he had a pretty good game. There was no pass rush from the Lions whatsoever. And like Aiden Hutchinson, we're talking about Micah Parsons, all that. He did a whole lot of nothing. And I think that heading into this season, Lions fans were already concerned because the pass rush has not really been dealt with and like looked at a whole lot. That's why they got Zadarius Smith last season. They were like, okay, like hopefully this could help. But then when you were going to get Hutch back, the assumption was, all right, the pass rush is going to be better. And don't get me wrong, it was, because Hutch is really good. But on days where he does not do well, they don't have that second guy that's constantly getting after the quarterback. And I think you saw that yesterday, that it was non-existent.
Yeah. And I think like another part of it too is I think the Lions, conversely, their offensive line just isn't nearly as dominant as we have grown accustomed to. And they're going to get, Frank Ragnow's coming out of retirement. So they're going to get some help on their offensive line. But it's kind of been interesting. It's like the Lions and the Eagles, the last, few years, their offensive lines have been so good. And their lines are still good. Like, I'm not saying that the Lions offensive line is bad. They're still a good unit, but just not
It hasn't
Not
been where it has.
that group that just dominates whoever tries to come after them. And now the Lions have 2 key playmakers out on offense, and it's becoming, a story just like last year where every time it feels like they get somebody back in their lineup, like DJ Reed, they just lose somebody else. And every team deals with injuries, but like the Lions right now, it's always a significant guy. You know what I mean? It's always like, oh, fuck, it's a Monrock gone for the rest of the game. So, yeah, I think the Packers are just a more complete team right now than Detroit, and that's like why I picked them Wednesday, whatever day it was, to win. It's just like I like both teams. And I still think the Lions are good, but they've got to fight to get into the playoffs now, just like Dallas. And if I'm being honest, I have more optimism about the Cowboys than the Lions right now.
Oh boy, Scooter's ears are ringing. Oh, and dude, they're playing next Thursday.
Yeah, you just say the Cowboys and Scooter appears, I think.
Yes.
Somebody say Dallas?
Yep.
And he talks like that as well.
Well, that's the thing too, because next Thursday, because they don't get an extra few days, from playing on Thursday Night Football or Thursday Football, I should say. You got the Lions and Cowboys. Like those are 2 teams that are fighting for their playoff lives. And you talk about the game today in the Black Friday game, that game now, because Dallas won, has so many more implications. And real quick, talking about the Packers, because they did look good and they were missing a bunch of people yesterday too. Still no Lucas Van Ness, still no Quay Walker, but Devontae Wyatt had to get carted off. They were talking about Amon-Ra. He looks like he's going to be back in a few weeks. They're hoping that's the case. But Devontae Wyatt, it looks like the season may be over for him. And that is a huge loss on their line, because you saw the difference between when he was on the field and when he wasn't. So that sucks a whole lot. But hopefully the Packers offense, which looked really good yesterday, gets even better with guys like Reed back. We'll see how Golden looks, with Reed back. Yeah, there's
what
there's
position does Wyatt play?
What'd you say?
What position does Wyatt
play? He's on the
D-line.
D-line. Yeah,
just put fucking Bo Melton in there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
time to convert Bo Melton to defensive tackle.
Yeah, listen. Jordan Love got his 2 years late, so we're working on it here.
I think also Matt LaFleur, he got me. He hooked me again after the game when asked about that first Wicks touchdown.
Yeah,
and he was like, "The refs got the call correctly."
So that was.
I think they got the call right. I'm like, dude. And let's talk about that play real quick, because was Twitter on fire after that. Lions
it wasn't just that one too.
Woo! You guys hate each other right now.
There you go.
It's like
the refs have always hated the Lions.
Yeah, I know, but it was
centuries.
When you got everybody just sitting at home, not working, it's a single game in front of all our eyes. Boy, oh boy, did the shit talking come out, and it was fun. Did you think that was a touchdown? First question.
So the first time I saw it, I was looking after he got his left foot down, and then the right foot didn't come down, and I was like, oh, and then his ankle/leg went a very weird way, and thankfully he was not injured.
Yeah.
And then when they showed it again, I didn't realize that they were talking about, like, as soon as he caught the ball, they're like, oh, that's control. They're saying that so I thought originally, I was like, they're looking at this for a while. I think it's a very close call. The ball doesn't move a ton, but like it's because they called it a touchdown on the field. That one was a little shaky. The one I had, it was like, oh, that was blatant, was the timeout. So that was the 4th down one, that inside the 5-yard line.
Right. LaFleur was talking about the timeout play, not the touchdown.
Yeah,
that's what he gave the wink
touchdown.
for.
I think ultimately is fine.
Yeah. Sorry.
Like the timeout. So there was a false start for the Packers, and you see LaFleur afterwards go, and he's calling a timeout, and it's on camera that obviously there's a false start beforehand. But then and again, I watch all these games on mute. So the commentators apparently in the chat was like, oh, apparently he was yelling timeout, saying that he got it. And I was like, I don't know about that one. So that one was not, it did not seem like it was a good call.
No, he got away with that one. That's fine. It's a false start. Like, you guys scored anyway on the next play.
Well, the problem was it was 4th and like very short, and then it would have backed them up 5 yards. They did score a touchdown, yes, but that's why maybe they would not have gone for it if that was the case. That's the argument.
Maybe. But he got away with that one. And even if LaFleur say was yelling for timeout, that doesn't matter. Like it has to be when the official acknowledges that you called for a timeout, right? And I think the NFL has to have the rule. You got to have the hand signal. Got to have the visual hand signal. That way, indisputable when that timeout was called. And he was late on the hand signal for sure.
Sure.
But here's the thing with that touchdown. And I think if you're a fan of football, and I know Lions fans, it's going to suck to hear this. And I'm always pulling for you, Detroit. You want that play to be a touchdown in the game of football. Because when that ball hit his hands, his foot was still down. And he didn't get his third foot in at that point, right? And what people are arguing against that being a touchdown is maybe like he shifted the ball. It might have moved a little bit while he's in the process of catching it. And I think when we start dissecting like those catches like that, it takes away from the game a little bit. And there's one every week that's so fucking close. And then we've got people talking about a ball moving a millimeter or two, and like, that he did not have that he fucking caught it. He maintained possession, and the ball hit his hands when his first foot was down. And I think it's a good thing that was ruled a catch, because I think you want that to be a catch as a football fan. I think the other rule I want to be at least looked at is when a ball catcher double taps 1 foot inbounds before going out. I think 1 foot double tapped should count as a touchdown. We had a few plays. Was that last season when we had the double toe taps a few times that weren't touchdowns? Yeah. It happened again in the Cowboys game as Jake Ferguson got his right or left foot down twice in the back of the end zone before getting pushed out of bounds was not a catch. So I think those two things should be looked at. But I thought it was a catch. I understand why like Lions fans were upset. The timeout one was really funny. And then in the following game, Kansas City, watching all those pass interference calls for the Chiefs. Oh my God. I love it. I loved it.